So one of the biggest challenges in eating a whole real foods diet for lunch is bread. Now we know everybody loves their bread. My favorite lunch in the whole world used to be a sandwich with chips and a Coke. So I've been there, I know. But really we want to eliminate that processed bread because it's not very healthy for us.
No, right. When wheat's made into bread, they actually take a lot of the nutrients out during that process and then add chemicals and things back in to give it that flavor and especially that texture that we all know and love in sandwich bread. So it's actually a pretty highly processed food.
Yeah, and they say that the that white bread turns to sugar, glucose, in your bloodstream just as quickly as sugar does.
That's right.
So we really want to get rid of the bread, and we've got some alternatives for you. So what do we have in store for us for lunch? What's our first bread alternative?
So I tell you what, my favorite wrap alternative are greens, and if you might notice a common theme here, we love our greens at Dig In.
Yeah, love our greens.
The best one, I think, from a functional standpoint, is a collard green wrap because it's really kind of hearty and sturdy. If you don't care for the taste of a raw collard green wrap, romaine works nicely too. So I've got this little wrap here that we made up. Looks yummy. It's got a little hummus spread on. I did a little bit of lemon vinaigrette dressing on the top. Some leftover roasted veggies. I've got some roasted beet, roasted carrot, little bit of chickpea, and topped off with some pumpkin seeds.
So the key here is that you use leftovers, right?
Exactly.
You can use whatever salad dressing you have in store. Throw in some nuts for some good oils. Maybe some beans or hummus. I think that's great.
Right, a little protein. And you can always do a little animal protein. If you have some leftover chicken, that's wonderful in this wrap. It's definitely sturdy enough.
Chicken or pulled pork or even some beef.
Absolutely.
Okay,
even
that sounds...
fish.
And I think the key here is that you might think that the collard green actually has a lot of flavor, but when it's not cooked, it's actually pretty benign. It doesn't,
Sure.
It's not a bitter taste.
Sure.
So it really is a great, sturdy bread sandwich alternative. It holds things together.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So next, this is one you may not have thought about, but what about a potato or a sweet potato skin? So last night for dinner, I had some roasted sweet potato, and I scooped out the inside. So I've got this skin here. I added a little bit of leftover salad. Do a little more in there, just some greens. I've got some beans in here too. And thank you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do a little bit of
some roasted red peppers.
yes, exactly, for color and a little sweetness.
Yummy.
Yeah, and again, some beans, some animal protein in here, totally works. So look at that. Nice
Really
little
simple.
sandwich boat. Wrap it up.
And as we know, all the nutrients are in the skin, right? So
Absolutely. And I think the flavor, I love the flavor of potato skin.
nice and crusty.
So then the last one I've got here is a portobello mushroom. I love mushrooms. And what I do is I remove the skin, I scrape out this black on the inside. So we've got this. Rub it with a little olive oil, salt, pepper, 5 to 7 minutes in the oven at 375, and you've got a perfectly roasted portobello. So you could fill this with maybe some tuna, even a little cheese on top, make a little sandwich melt kind of thing.
Oh, like a tuna melt.
Exactly.
Okay.
Egg, a poached egg on the inside of a roasted portobello is absolutely delicious.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So Teri gave us some great ideas for really thinking outside of the bread bag. We really want to help you get creative this week. Think about using some of your favorite greens as wraps. Maybe a leftover potato skin was a great idea. And even the mushroom. I really love the idea of doing some kind of tuna melt or tuna mushroom sandwich instead of using bread.